anyway. That God make you like yourself. Okay. Any questions? Any comments? Anything for the good? Go ahead, sir. Right.
She sounds so innocent.
Well, I can't tell you what all the purpose is, but I can give you some examples. And I think I showed it to you guys. And I showed this, that, see, it's not, in life, the way God shows us in the Bible, is not what happens to you, it's what you do. It's how you process it. So there's this one guy, and I'll bring his book in so you can read it. He's a multi-millionaire. He was born with no arms, no legs, right? There's a lot of people like that. I know people that all kinds of disabilities and so forth. No arms, no legs. His mom and dad got rid of him. He went home after home after home. Nobody wanted him, you know what I mean? Then he met this one Christian that began to talk to him about God, right? Now this guy stands before audiences of 10,000 or more. And he speaks to them about things that have to do with motivation, about overcoming your shortcomings, about all these things there. And he's powerful. And so I've seen people with, it's like Sister Shirley that comes here to the church. Sister Shirley is, she suffers every day. And we got a couple more people come here in pain every day, right? But they're always here. In their life, things are happening in their life. And God is putting people in their life to put a blessing to them. And you don't hear them like, you know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Yeah. So it's not. Here, follow this, brothers and sisters. And I learned this a long time ago. It is not. You ever see, here's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. The same identical thing happens to each one of them, and they all respond differently.
Amen.
So it's not the thing, it's how you process it in your response to it. That's why Romans 8:28, God says, and we know that all things work together good to them who love God, who are called according to his purpose. It doesn't matter what happens to you, it's how you process it. It's like I was telling them about the twins I know, born in the same family. Daddy, drunk, beat him to no end. You get drunk and beat him, right? Mama, cuss, leave, go out, etc. They grew up in the same identical house. The same identical house. You can hear them crying at the same time. Used to pick them up, right? You see them walk when they were like 3, 4, 5 years old, walking the street, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, crying, holding each other, like this, bring them home. And it would be 2, 3 days before their mother would come again. Right, that's right, and everybody in the community knows it. One is in prison. The other works for the government in Washington, D.C. and a security job. He has a secret clearance. Now you tell me.
Yeah.
Same house, same mom and daddy, etc. People make excuses.
Yeah.
True.
See, God says this, even a child is known by his or her ways. So we start making decisions early in life. Yeah. You can't blame mama. Whatever mama was, don't blame her.
Amen.
Whatever daddy was, don't blame her. You made your own decisions.
Amen.
In fact, if you didn't like it, then you knew it wasn't right.
Amen.
And you still chose to do this or that other thing. Yeah. And God says this, he doesn't care who you are. He says, I take broken things.
Amen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right. He says, what the caterpillars, what all this, what the world took from you, I can bring back to you. I can bring back together. Yeah. You see? Yeah. I mean, in our own church, we ought to see that.
Amen.
I mean, look, some of the people in our church, some of the adults in our church, even some of the young people in our church. Look at little Bernard.
Amen.
Little Bernard came from an abusive background.
Yes.
I mean, he had some serious challenges in his life.
Amen.
But look at what God has done with him. Look at that. He excelled.
Amen.
He made choices because his attitude was such, and God put circumstances in his way that he didn't reject. God put people in his life who loved him.
Amen.
And who loved him. Yeah. Look how many many adults we got in our life? We got adults that come from all kinds of backgrounds. Abusive backgrounds, physically abusive, sexually abusive, all kinds of situations. Right? But look, you wouldn't know it unless they gave you their testimony. Because God has brought them out. God has brought them through. They didn't give in to that. They chose not to give in to it.
Amen.
They chose something different. Cannot make excuses.
Amen.
Cannot make excuses. Yeah, you cannot. You see? Think about in your own life. Think about the things. If we go bad, it's because we chose we made choices that led us there. Yeah. So, what do? You make new choices.
Amen.
You make new choices.
Amen.
That's one thing about God. He's a God of second, third, fourth chances.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah. And it's never too late. And you're never too old.
Amen.
Unless you die. Too late then. Right, okay. We'll pick up on this next week.
Amen.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any question? I want to go if you didn't have a question. But don't forget that. You are a special person. I don't know why we can't get that. See, that's why you need to get grounded in the Word. Because when you get grounded in the Word, you find out, you see your uniqueness. Circumstances cannot keep you down. God does not make junk.
Amen.
Even though we have done some junky things, God says, come to me, I'll fix that up. God does not make junky things. Okay. All right. I'm going to away this week. Therefore, you guys are going to have a lot of fun without me on Saturday. I got to catch up.
Amen.